Good evening, everybody, and welcome in here to the Buckeye Racing Network. I'm Tyler Bentley. Alongside me in the booth, as always, is Tim Henderson. Tim, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing just wonderful. How about yourself, buddy?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. We are live from the Lucas Oil Speedway with the short track Rivals Racing Fixed 358 Modified Division here tonight. Awesome show about to take place. 34, it looks like 35 cars in the session, so a great field of drivers here tonight about to do battle for the next race in their championship chase here tonight. Practice session just got wrapped up. 5 minutes go on the clock for all the drivers. We're going to get to take a look at some of their qualifying efforts here as they make their way around. Blake Steele, one of the first cars rolling off. He's down the front straightaway here to start lap number 1. We'll see what sort of lap time he's able to turn here in his qualifying effort. As soon as quite a few cars, it looks like, are on the racetrack for their qualifying effort, you'll see those times start popping up quickly on the left-hand side of the screen. Blake Steele crosses the stripe for the first time. Lap number 1 for him is going to be a 15:64, good for third, quick at the moment. Let's see if he's able to pick up any here on lap number 2. Cross the line and about a tenth slower on lap 2. Dean Reynolds just hit the top of the timing board with a 15:60 in that number 79 machine. Blade Wisdom just hit 6th. Benjamin Word, a 15:54 up to the top of the timing board on his first lap. Jason McManus just ran a 15:56. Wirt, lap 2, was he able to pick up any? No, just a tick slower at a 15:79. Let's see. Anthony Bennett in car 97. Working around the racetrack in a Dr. Squatch paint scheme. That's the first time I've ever seen one of those on the sim. It looks pretty neat. Lap number 1 for him is a 15:87, good for 23rd on the chart. Landon Newman also on the racetrack. Dawson Tone just getting underway. Bennett was just a tick slower on lap 2. Take a look at Dawson Tone in the number 24, see how he's able to get around Lucas Oil. Seems like a lot of these drivers are running the higher lane. Haven't seen any drivers really work the inside for qualifying. Dawson Tone's first lap was a 15:90. Yeah, let's see if he's able to improve here on lap 2. Not many drivers have been able to, and he does. Quite a good improvement, almost 0.3 of a second to a 15:61, all the way up to 7th quick for Dawson. Meanwhile, Jonathan Lampman in car 61 is out on the racetrack. Crosses the stripe to begin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in here on the Buckeye Racing Network. Please let us know in the chat who you're pulling for here tonight. If you're watching for the first time, welcome in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That way you'll know each and every time we go live here on the RN. Lampman's first lap was a 15:73, good for 18th. Let's see if he's able to pick up here. Crosses the stripe just a tick slower, so he's going to still sit in 18th. Juan Martinez, with his qualifying effort, shot up to the top at a 15:52, 0.02 of a second faster than Benjamin Wirt. I think that's going to about do it for qualifying here tonight. Looks like about everybody has run a lap. 34 drivers have been credited with the time, and I think we got one admin in the session that's not going to be racing. So, well, Tim, I see on the the timing board we got some newer names in the top 10 or so.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay, we've seen Juan Martinez have some good runs the past few weeks. Benjamin Wirt sitting in second. I think that's going to be his second start with STRR here tonight. Hunter McManus, Ethan Bowers, we've seen him up at the top quite a bit here recently. Jason McManus there in fifth. Clayton Clewell in sixth. Dean Reynolds sitting in seventh. Dawson Tone eighth. Blake Steele in ninth. Cody McDonald sitting in 10th. And our qualifying session wraps up, and Juan Martinez is tonight's fast qualifier at a 15:52. First heat race lining up on the racetrack. Row number 1 is going to be Juan Martinez and Ethan Bowers. Row 2 is going to be Dean Reynolds and Cody McDonald. Row number 3 is going to be DJ Seitz and Blade Wisdom. Row 4, Matt Smith and Lane Scruggs. Row 5 is going to be Alan Smith and Jordan Tucker. Row 6 is going to be Andrew Regal and Lee Penny. It's going to be 8 laps of distance here. And Tim, how many are we taking out of this first heat race?
We are taking 3 are going straight to the feature. With a total of 3 heats, I think we will see a B main. Yeah, we may see a B main.
And 3 out of the heats. All right, well, that's going to set the stage for us here tonight. Again, 34 cars with us, ready to do battle, and the first 12 about to get underway in the first heat. Dana, good evening to you, sir. Good evening to you as well, Austin. I know you're not able to be here. Good evening to you. Green flag goes in the air. Heat 1 is underway. Down through 1 and 2. Uh-oh, a little bit of contact. Dean Reynolds gets tagged from behind. We're going to see if they were able to gather it in. They do. 3 wide down the back straightaway. And that's going to bring out our first caution of the night.
DJ Seitz just had nowhere to go and finally ran out of real estate. Just went head first into the tires.
Yeah, it looks like Dean got a little help from Cody McDonald in the 28. DJ was already underneath Dean Reynolds in the middle of 1 and 2, and he hits the big tire at the exit of turn 2 on the inside part of the racetrack. And that brought our first yellow flag of the evening out tonight. Right now, Juan Martinez, Ethan Bowers, Blade Wisdom, our top 3. They would advance directly into the A main. Cody McDonald, Dean Reynolds, Lane Scruggs and company, all on the outside looking in. Pace truck peels off into the pit area. Out of turn number 4. Juan Martinez fires once again. We are back underway. 4 laps down, 4 to go. Ethan Bowers going to try the crossover out of turn 2. Not able to complete it this time. Blade Wisdom, Cody McDonald side by side battling for that transfer spot. The 79 machine of Dean Reynolds up to the cushion with a good run out of turn number 4. Looking to throw his hat into the mix for the transfer battle. We don't want to steer too far away from this third place battle. still McDonald, Wisdom, and now Dean Reynolds and Jordan Tucker are right there as well.
Still side by side.
They can't quite figure out who wants to be where, as our second caution of this first heat is out. Take a look and see exactly what happened. We're going to take a look at the 57 machine. That's Andrew Regal. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway, and he just gets tagged from behind by the 44 machine of Alan Smith and gets turned around. He brings that car to a stop and was able to continue on, but was enough to bring the yellow flag out. So unfortunate there, as he's going to have to restart at the tail of this heat race. We'll have to see if Ethan Bowers is able to hold on for the heat race victory. And Cody McDonald and Blade Wisdom will have to sort out that third place. And Dean Reynolds and Jordan Tucker maybe looking to steal away that third if those two happen to make contact in the row in front of them. Bowers fires. We're back underway. A little stack up on the outside. Everybody's able to continue going. But Blade Wisdom's right even, with Juan Martinez. That is the top 3. Cody McDonald's working the outside around Dean Reynolds in car number 79. He's going to complete that pass down the front straightaway. White flag is in the air. Bowers, I think, just clips a little bit of the tire through 1 and 2. Juan Martinez with a big move on the inside of Blade Wisdom. It's a dogfight behind him for position. Ethan Bowers wins the first heat. Juan Martinez second. Blade Wisdom the third and final transfer. Cody McDonald, Dean Reynolds and company on the outside looking in. They'll have to go to one of the consolation races in just a little bit to try to make it in. Heat race number 2. Gridding up right now. Benjamin Wirt and Jason McManus is going to be row number 1. Row 2 is going to be Dawson Tone and Hunter McCoy. Row 3 is going to be Cameron Tucker and Landon Newman. Row 4 is going to be Rhett Wazlowski and Lon Franks. Row 5 is going to be Travis McDonald and Jackson Johnstone. Row 6 is going to have one car, and that's going to be Braden Phillips. All right, field about ready to roll. 11 cars, 8 laps the distance. The top 3 going to go right in to the A main. Well, Tim, how about you bring us to the green flag here to start heat race number 2?
All righty. Pace truck's gonna go off into the runoff, into the paddock, as Benjamin Wirt works his way through the backstretch, waiting to hit that orange cone for the restart zone. Everyone's starting to get jumpy as he goes finally, and they're gonna throw the yellow, I think, on a bad start.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of, it was close. He waited till the orange cone to fire, and everybody else behind him was trying to anticipate that start, and that jumbled up that restart, and the admins, throwing that yellow flag out, and we're going to try it once again. Here as the field is currently waiting for the pace truck to pick them up. There it comes. We're going to get to try the start of heat race number 2 once again. Should get a 1 to go signal this time, I would imagine. And we do. Oh no, we don't. Lights are still on the pace truck. As we anxiously await the initial start to heat race number 2. It'll be interesting to see. The rest of the field now sees where roughly Benjamin's going to fire, so they got to be mindful of that because the leader, it is at his discretion to kick off the start, so got to be mindful of that. Pace truck peels off into the pit area. Benjamin Wirt, Jason McManus, row 1, Dawson Tone, Hunter McCoy, row 2. Benjamin fires, green flag goes in the air. They are 3 wide now, just 2 wide into turn number 1. Jason's going to be looking to the inside of Benjamin down the back straightaway. Not quite there. Benjamin's going to shut the door down into turn 3. Side by side, battling for third. A couple cars getting together. That's the 007 and the 53. That's Cameron Tucker and Hunter McCoy. They're able to keep it straight. Everybody gathers it in behind them and continues on. Battle is on for the transfer spot. Landon Newman, Dawson Tone, and Lon Franks all right there together. As Jason McManus is going to look underneath Benjamin Wirt and the 133 machine of Landon Newman. Oh, he clobbers that tire and he loses the left front on that race car as the white flag goes in the air. That might cost him
You don't need it.
a transfer spot. We're about, oh my goodness, what a run out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway without a left front on the race car. Oh, he makes contact with the leader. Dawson Tone tries
to make it work.
My goodness, he did with no left front on that race car. Landon Newman, what a drive. Benjamin Wirt, Jason McManus brings home the win in Heat Race 2, but that's the top 3 that move directly into the feature. Dawson Tone, Lon Franks and company will have to go into a consolation race. What a drive from Landon Newman to finish off Heat Race number 2. Heat Race
That
number
might be the move of the season.
It might be. You know, it's not very often you see a driver knock the wheel off of the car and is able to continue like that and transfer into the feature. Row number 1 is going to be Hunter McManus and Clayton Clewell. Row 2 is going to be Blake Steele and Ryan Howard. Row 3 is going to be Glenn Townsend and Jonathan Lampman. Row 4 is going to be Brandon Holden and Donnie Battius. Row 5 is going to be Bud Molyneux and Anthony Bennett. Row 6 is going to be Braden Blair. Wow, that's... Are we going to top that? I'm not sure, but that was absolutely crazy to see here tonight. And Tim, you got cut a little bit short there for the last heat race. How about you give her another shot here to start heat 3?
All right, drivers, let's not have a bad restart this time. As I believe that is Hunter McManus in the 07 will lead Clayton Clewell and the rest of the field as they roll through 3, anxiously waiting to stop on that loud pedal as Hunter McManus is away. Clayton Clewell looking to the inside does not get the run through 2 as he goes under fire from Blake Steele through almost 3 wide and for the 4th position with Ryan Howard, Glenn Townsend, and I believe that was Jonathan Latman. As we head back up front, Blake Steele makes the pass on, or trying to make the pass, clears him, clears Clayton Clewell as Clewell runs all the way around the cushion. McManus, still our leader, followed by Blake Steele, who's looking to the outside. They're even off of 2. What a run for Blake Steele. He leads lap number 5.
Oh,
Little
my.
contact between the top 3 as Ryan Howard, Glenn Townsend, and Jonathan Latman are fighting for 4th, trying to catch up to the 3rd place runner of Clayton Clewell.
Real
Blake
quick.
Steele took over, and he's running away with it.
Real quick, we just had a check. The car, number 29, Brandon Holden, knocked the left front wheel off of his machine. He's back in 9th position, but still trying to finish out the last couple laps here in this heat race. Clayton Clewell does have a bit of a gap, though. Back to Jonathan Lampman. So he's securely in 3rd. Lampman's under fire from Ryan Howard in the 04 machine. White flag in the air, out of turn 4. Slide chop for 2nd. Blake Steele's going to win heat 2. And Hunter McManus just going to nose ahead of Clayton Clewell for 2nd, but that's the top 3. Jonathan Lampman, Ryan Howard, Glenn Townsend, Donnie Battiest and company on the outside looking in. This is the first of our consolation races. I believe this is going to be the C main.
The D main.
The D main. Oh my goodness. Row number 1 is going to be Braden Blair and Alan Smith. Row 2 is going to be Travis McDonald and Brandon Holden. Row 3 is going to be Andrew Regal and Brett Wazlowski. Row number 4 is going to be Bud Molyneux and DJ Seitz. "12 laps the distance." How many are going to tag the back of the C main, Tim?
This will be 6 will go to the C main, the top 6.
All right, so looks like 2 cars will be putting their cars on the hauler after this event if they don't finish in the top 6. Andrew Regal, currently in car 58, is on the hot seat as he is starting in 6th position. Or actually, Brett Wazlowski is Andrew starting in 5th. So Wazlowski on the outside of the 3rd row is on the hot seat. But a lot of things can happen in 12 laps. We'll see if the likes of DJ Seitz and Bud Molyneux is able to race their way in. Pace truck pulls back into the pit area. Field works down the back straightaway. Uh-oh, Braden Blair blinks out. And now he's back. Field's going to have to try to adjust. He works the really low line. He accelerates. Green flag goes in the air. C main underway. Travis McDonald looking to take 2nd place out of turn 2. He's going to move Alan Smith back to 3rd. Brandon Holden having some blinking issues in car 29. He sits in 4th. Andrew Regal in 5th, but he's under fire from the 69 machine of DJ Seitz. Regal misses the corner, and he's going to lose a spot to Bud Molyneux. Move Regal back to 7th. Uh-oh, Travis McDonald with a bit of an issue. He gathers it back in, but yellow flag is going to be displayed. Let's see exactly what happened to Travis. Well, Travis was in the middle, the center, car 29. There, Brandon Holden entered in with a lot more momentum and tagged him in the rear bumper and sent Travis down into the infield. Luckily, he didn't have any damage on that race car, so he is going to be able to continue. That was enough for the yellow flag to be displayed. Pace truck peels off. Braden Blair, Alan Smith, row 1. DJ Seitz, Bud Molyneux, row 2. Those were the starters from the last row. Travis McDonald, Andrew Regal, row number 3. Green flag goes back in the air. We're back underway. Alan Smith following Braden Blair around the outside. Bud Molyneux and DJ Seitz still side by side as they battle for the 3rd position. Travis McDonald has got the outside working. He moves up to 5th. Regal back to 6th. But Brett Weslowski looking at his inside. Out of turn number 2. Oh, we're still having a blinking issue from one of those cars. I don't think he's come back. Yeah, there he is back for a moment. Car 022. He was gone for the whole front straightaway. DJ Seitz now up 7 spots. He is the race leader. Alan Smith, Bud Molyneux battling for 2nd into turn number 1 here. Just 4 laps to go. Side by side, Braden Blair, Travis McDonald. They're battling for the 4th spot as Braden Blair blinks out once again.
Man, these drivers are using up every inch of this track, and it's awesome.
That they are. Weslowski trying to make the move on Andrew Regal for the transfer spot, and he does make the pass. Uh-oh! The 22 hits the tire. White flag is out, though. I don't think there's not much can happen now. DJ Seitz is already working down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. DJ Seitz wins the D main. 2nd, Alan Smith. 3rd, Bud Molyneux. 4th, Travis McDonald. 5th, the Brandon Holden. And 6th is going to go to Andrew Regal. Brett Weslowski and Braden Blair not going to transfer after the mishap coming to the white flag. Unfortunate for Brett Weslowski and Braden Blair. C main starters. Row 1 is going to be Donnie Battiest and Lee Penny. Row 2 is going to be Jackson Johnstone and Anthony Bennett. Row 3 is going to be Matt Smith and Braden Phillips. Row 4 is going to be DJ Seitz and Alan Smith. Row 5 is going to be Bud Molyneux and Travis McDonald. Row 6 is going to be Brandon Holden and Andrew Regal. "15 laps the distance, it looks like, for our C main, and how many are we going to take from this one, Tim?
We are taking 6 from the C main to go to the B main, and the B main has been updated. It's going to take 15 from the B main.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Right as of right now, we have 11 on the grid for B, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves, though.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Donnie Battiest, Lee Penny in control on the start. Jackson Johnstone, Anthony Bennett, row 2. Braden Phillips, Matt Smith, row 3. Be careful when they start accordioning out like that. They do get a good solid start. Green flag goes in the air. Lee Penny and Jackson Johnstone's going to be side for second. Jackson Johnstone with the run on the inside. Matt Smith. Oh no, Lee Penny. Be careful. The caution flag had been displayed. Trying to see what happened. Keep an eye out.
It's like in 1 and 2 there was a spin that originally brought the yellow out. Andrew Regal getting involved with Bud Molyneux, and unfortunately we had a little scuffle in turn 4.
Yeah, it looked like Bud got a little help from the number 29 machine of Brandon Holden there, entering turn number 1 on the start. So, and then Andrew Regal just had nowhere to go. As he was trying to make his way around the inside of 1 and 2. And we're going to get to try it once more. Top 6 transferring, so Braden Phillips on the hot seat. Donnie Battius fires, and we are back underway. Jackson Johnstone, Anthony Bennett battling. Uh-oh, Alan Smith with a bit of an issue into turn 1. Lee Penny gets turned around by car 29. Is he going to be able to get that car back going? Green flag still in the air. He does get back going, and we stay green.
Missed on the 97.
Yeah, Anthony Bennett's got big left front suspension issues on his machine. Let's see if we go back and take a look at what happened to that 97. Oh, DJ Seitz looked like he had a nose underneath of him and made a little contact with the 97. The 97, guess what? Hits one of the big tires on the inside of the racetrack. They're damaging the left front. Pretty hard contact there, so.
Big hit.
Absolutely. I think the admins were trying to let that one play out, but with that issue the 97 had, they had to go ahead and throw the yellow flag. That mixes up the top 6 just a little bit. Travis McDonald's up 7 spots. He's in 3rd. Matt Smith, 4th. Or actually, Matt Smith is 3rd. Travis McDonald's 4th. Braden Phillips, 5th. And DJ Seitz on the hot seat in 6th. Bud Molyneux, Brandon Holden, Andrew Regal, Lee Penny, and Alan Smith on the outside looking in. Once we get the restart, it'll be just 6 laps to go in RC main tonight. We are back underway. Look at Matt Smith work the inside through 1 and 2. He's fighting for a second with Jackson Johnstone. 3 wide just behind. The 88 machine. He clips the tire and he makes heavy contact with the 29 machine and brings the next. Lee Penny makes more contact. Braden Phillips, big damage. Lee Penny, that car is hurt. Car 29 got almost up and over. He's still rolling down the back straightaway. I can't tell if that car is hurt or not. I think He may have some suspension issues in car 29. He might have to bring that down for service into the pit area. Man, I tell you, Tim, the white tires on the inside have played a huge factor so far tonight here at Lucas Oil Speedway.
Yeah, they have. You know, it's not the only place that's difficult to run either. I feel like the top side, if you're in here, if you've ever been at, driven on the track in real life or in the sim, I swear it is like Lernerville. You get too high and there's nothing there, and it's inverted banking. I swear. I swear by it.
Very interesting perspective from you there, Tim. And as Donnie Battius is going to get us back underway here, just going to be a couple laps to go here in our C main. Look at the battle for our transfer. Bud Molyneux holds that position, but Alan Smith, Brandon Holden, Andrew Regal, Lee Penny all on the outside looking in.
Oh.
I think Matt Smith had a bit of an issue out of turn 4. He's getting passed on each side. Now he's sandwiched 3 wide. DJ Sites, Bud Molyneux. Be careful of the contact. White flag is in the air. DJ Sites is in the last transfer spot. Across the line, Donnie Battius wins the C main. And our final transfer car of the night is going to be Bud Molyneux. That means Brandon Holden, Alan Smith, Andrew Regal, Lee Penny will have to go home tonight after the conclusion of our C main. All right. The B main, where you're gridding up here. Row number 1 is going to be Cody McDonald and Dawson Tone. Row 2, Jonathan Lampman and Dean Reynolds. Row 3 is going to be Lon Franks and Ryan Howard. Row 4 is going to be Jordan Tucker and Cameron Tucker. Row 5 is going to be Glenn Townsend and Lane Scruggs. Row 6 is going to be Hunter McCoy and Donnie Battius. Row number 7 is going to be Jackson Johnstone and Travis McDonald. Row 8 is going to be Matt Smith and DJ Sites. And row number 9 is going to have one car, and that's going to be Bud Molyneux. Well, and for some of these guys like Bud Molyneux, DJ Sites, they've came from the D main. They're now tailing the back end of the B main, and you said we're taking the top 15?
We are taking the top 15, so we will see 2 cars going home.
All right, that gives those drivers, everybody in this B main's got a great opportunity to make it. You just don't want to be one of the last 2 on the racetrack. As Cody McDonald leads us through 3 and 4. He fires and we are underway. We're going to slide across the nose of Dawson Tone. Dawson Tone's going to look to the inside. Be careful. Lampman stacks up just a little bit. And further behind, they thought about 4 wide out of 2, but settled down quickly to just 2 wide. Battle for third. Jonathan Lampman, Dean Reynolds side by side. Reynolds on the outside, Lampman on the inside. Ryan Howard trying to follow Reynolds through on the outside. 3 wide just behind them. Lon Franks, Cameron Tucker, Lane Scruggs. 3 wide.
Something happened to Glenn Townsend. He started 9th. He is being shown in the 17th position.
Well, so far, so good to start off RB main. A few laps in the books. Dawson Tone a little bit tight out of turn 2. Dean Reynolds thought about making a move to the inside, but he settles in line, staying third. Lon Franks, Lampman, and Ryan Howard were 3 wide for a moment in the middle of 3 and 4. C-Car 53 of Cameron Tucker, he is working the inside. Just got to be careful of those tires. You don't want to make contact with any of them. Dean Reynolds to the inside and completes the pass on Dawson Tone down the back straightaway. Move Dean Reynolds into solo second for the moment. Now he's going to be 3 wide when he was just solo second. Lon Franks and Dawson Tone's trying to cross him over. Not able to do it this time.
Lane Scruggs is just looking for a lane that's not occupied in front of him. As they're 3 wide, he was up top. He's going to try and make it 4 wide. He's moved up 3 positions. And if you look behind him, Donnie has also moved up, but he's moved up 4 positions to the 8th spot.
Yeah, I will tell you what awesome battling we have all throughout the field here in this B main, and we have, you know, a good 5-car battle for the 3rd position as they're 3 wide once again down the front straightaway and through turns 1 and 2. Cody McDonald still leading the way, followed by Dean Reynolds in second. It's a 3-way battle for 3rd. Dawson Tone, Lon Franks, Ryan Howard, and Jonathan Lampman. Side by side still for 9th and 10th, Cameron Tucker and Jordan Tucker. Matt Smith tries to find a way around on the very low side of the racetrack. Right now, Travis McDonald is on the outside looking in. He's got to get to the back bumper and pass the 69 machine of DJ Seitz to be in the top 15. Out of turn 4 for Cody McDonald. Just 5 laps to go. Our top 4 single file. Well, really. The first battle on the racetrack, Matt Smith and Jordan. No, not Matt Smith. That would be Donnie Battius and Jordan Tucker. A little bit of contacts made with those two. Just 4 laps to go. Been all green so far for Cody McDonald. Hunter McCoy trying to complete the pass on Lane Scruggs, and he does. Does Scruggs try to cross him over into turn 1? He's going to try it. I don't think he's going to have it almost. That allows the 53 machine of Cameron Tucker and Matt Smith to join that battle.
Oh, wow.
White flag goes in the air for leader Cody McDonald. He's up to an 1/8 of a second advantage over Dean Reynolds. To the line, Cody McDonald wins the B main. D. Reynolds second, Lon Franks third, Dawson Tone fourth, Ryan Howard fifth, Lampman sixth, Matt Smith seventh, Hunter McCoy eighth, and a parking lot at the line. Lane Scruggs, Jordan Tucker, Donnie Battius, Glenn Townsend, Bud Molyneux, and DJ Seitz, the top 15. Travis McDonald and Jackson Johnstone not going to transfer into the feature here tonight.
Hunter McCoy going for a wild ride right there.
Absolutely. 5 minutes go on the clock for our feature starters. They're going to head out onto the racetrack, all 24 of them, to get some warm-up laps. Definitely going to be beneficial for the drivers that haven't been on the racetrack since their heat races. I'm going to head out here and run the track in. It looks like the track crew did some work to the racetrack. Oh, be careful. The Ford machine hit one of the tires. He does not have a left front wheel on that race car.
these drivers have proven that you don't need the left front to be quick and on the pace.
Yeah, they've shown that here tonight. You don't need it if it comes down to it. Ethan Bowers up to the top of the timing charts at a 1482. Cameron Tucker a 1489. Cody McDonald a 1490. Well, as we start closing down the time here in our warm-up session, who's going to be your driver to watch, Tim?
Let me look at the cheat sheet really quick.
Wait a minute, they're giving out cheat sheets now?
Yeah, I got a little cheat sheet. You didn't get one?
No, I'm not getting no cheat sheets. Sheesh.
Oh, it sucks to be you, I guess.
I guess so.
I'm gonna have to keep my eye on our 4th place starter, Juan Martinez.
Well, I'd say that's a pretty good pick. He just shot up to the top of the board with Ethan Bowers. I'm going to be keeping my eye on that 00 machine of Ethan Bowers here tonight. It's going to be my driver to watch. Let us know in the chat who you all are keeping your eye on here tonight. And what a storyline for the 69 machine of DJ Sights, all the way from the back of the D main. He has raced his way in, and he's going to be tailing the start of our feature here tonight. So an awesome drive through the soup, if you will, here tonight at Lucas Oil Speedway. These drivers trying to get this track drove in as best they can before we start the feature. You know, Tim, I think we need to have a BRN Turn It Up section of the broadcast, you know. What do you think about that?
I 100% agree. I'd like to see that during the feature.
Yeah,
A couple laps in, let these boys get up to speed. Let's have a turn it up.
yeah, I think so. Something new on the channel, you know. We'll have to give it a go here tonight. You have to let us know what you think about it. All right, the conclusion of our warm-up session as we take the grid here tonight at Lucas Oil Speedway for our main event. Ethan Bowers, Jason McManus going to be row number 1. Row 2 is going to be Blake Steele and Juan Martinez. Row 3 is going to be Benjamin Wirt and Hunter McManus. Row 4 is going to be Blade Wisdom and Landon Newman. Row 5 is going to be Clayton Clewell and Cody McDonald. Row 6 is going to be Dean Reynolds and Lon Franks. Row 7 is going to be Dawson Tone and Ryan Howard. Row 8 is going to be Jonathan Lampman and Matt Smith. Row 9 is going to be Hunter McCoy and Cameron Tucker. Row 10 is going to be Lane Scruggs and Jordan Tucker. Row number 11 is going to be Donnie Battiest and Glenn Townsend. Row 12 is going to be Bud Molyneux and DJ Seitz. Looks like Landon Newman not going to make the call here to start the feature. So 23 cars for 30 laps here tonight. Looks like league owner Austin Strang's in the chat saying, do it, turn it up would be great on the starts. Ethan Bowers slowly working down the back straightaway. Jason McManus alongside.
Oh.
A little bit of bumping and banging to start. Green flag goes in the air. We are underway here at Lucas Oil. Be careful of the tire. A couple of drivers just about clipped it entering turn number 1. So far, so good. Clean and green. Oh my, there's some 4-wide action just a little further back. But we are green to complete lap number 1 here tonight. Chase.
2 by 2 by 2. All the way throughout the field. We got one spun.
Yellow flags displayed. I think it was for Cody McDonald. We'll take a look at what happened to that number 28 machine. Here he is coming out of turn 4. Just gets clipped from behind by the 10. He goes spinning. Was able to gather it back up and continue going, thankfully. But a couple other cars had some issues trying to avoid Cody in car 28. Jason McManus was able to get around Ethan Bowers for the race lead. Thank you, SDK, for deciding to quit on me. You know, it seems to be a common thing. I don't really know why. We're going to try to get it back up and running for you. Nope. Still not able to get it back up and running. Man, it really doesn't like me tonight.
Ethan Bowers is going to lead Jason McManus, Juan Martinez, Blake Steele, and Benjamin Wirt and the rest of the field as Ethan Bowers goes, but Jason McManus gets an even better launch as Ethan Bowers hits the tire on the bottom. Looks like it's no damage as these guys are battling all the way throughout the field. Blade Wisdom hits the tire. They keep it green.
I do not know how they were able to keep it going right there, Tim.
I know how. These are some of the best drivers on the service here.
Yeah, because that had massive crash written all over it when that 22 machine hit that tire. It had disaster written all over it.
Ethan Bowers was reporting some damage on the left front. His steering is yeah, he's got his steering wheel turned 90 degrees down the straightaways to go straight.
Yeah, we see the left front on that 00. Looks like it's having a bit of an issue. That's going to be hard to counteract that throughout the rest of the feature. So we'll have to keep an eye on Ethan Bowers in the 00 machine. Pace truck peels off. McManus fires on the outside. We are go back under green flag racing with 25 laps to go. Bowers going to work the bottom with that struggling left front. Martinez going to get the run out of turn 2. He's going to move up into second. Blake Steele's going to try to follow him through on the outside to take third away from Ethan Bowers. Now Benjamin Wirt also, car 14. Car 07, that's Hunter McManus, jumped up over the cushion through 1 and 2. Yellow flag being displayed once again.
Yeah, just looking at that Ethan Bowers machine, it just looks like he's going to go into the pits and get that repaired. But going back to what I was saying, it looks like it's just the two front tires are pointed at each other. So
yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a struggle. Bowers did enter the pit lane. I think that car is hopefully back to normal form as he's going to rejoin at the tail of the field. In 22nd place right there behind Blade Wisdom. So Jason McManus, Juan Martinez is going to be our front row. Row 2 is going to be Blake Steele and Benjamin Wirt. Well, Tim, I think we're going to give it a BRN turn it up on our restart here tonight. We're going to be with 22 laps to go.
alrighty, I can't wait. Let these machines roar.
Out of turn 4. Green flag goes in the air and we are underway. And the yellow flag gets displayed just as we were getting good on the turn it up. We'll go and see and take a look at exactly what happened to bring that recent yellow flag out.
Ryan Howard in turn 3 had some help.
Yeah, he did. The 007 made contact with him entering the corner, and 123 bangs off of the 04, so doesn't the 66. So I have to see how bad the damage is for a couple of those drivers. Ryan Howard had help from the 007 of Hunter McCoy, bringing out the most recent yellow flag. Landon Newman, and actually Lane Scruggs has called it a night. So just 22 cars remain as the pace truck peels off. McManus electing the outside once again for the restart. We are back underway. Two and looks like 3 wide here. Clayton Clewell, Hunter McManus, and Juan Martinez. For just a moment, one car slow around the outside part of the racetrack. That's Bud Molyneux. Is he going to be able to get back to the pit lane? He does get going, but slowly. He's going to try to limp that car back into the pit area. As the leaders are going to be coming around him hot and heavy, he's going to have to turn up into the pit area. Just makes it in there, and the yellow flag did get displayed. Let's see exactly what happened to Bud. Car 883 down the back straightaway here. Oh, the 66 machine of Jordan Tucker. I don't think knew Bud was on his outside, and it sent his car hard into the outside wall. Probably broke the steering as well. So Bud just got that car into the pit lane when the leaders worked their way by. Jonathan Lampman brought his car into the pit lane and has called it a night. As the green flag is displayed once again, Jason McManus going to lead us into turn number 1. Benjamin Wirt, Clayton Clewell on the bottom. Juan Martinez working the outside. Benjamin now going to slide up, try to cut off the run of Juan Martinez as the yellow flag gets displayed once again. I believe the 00 of Ethan Bowers with another issue. He gets help from the 66 machine into turn number 3. That spins his car around. He has to lock it down, try to avoid making contact with the outside wall. So the 66 inadvertently has caused the last 2 yellow flags as I got rumbles of thunder outside of my house. Hopefully I don't lose any internet connection for you folks at home.
Looks like we're gonna have a single file restart. Just shy of the halfway point.
Yeah,
How about we try and you give us a BRN, turn it up.
All right, I'll order it up for us here as we are back underway. Oh, big crash towards the back of the field. I think that
He's
involved.
still flipping.
I think that involved maybe Donnie Battius. I don't know where that chain reaction started. We're gonna try to take a look at it.
Looks like Blade Wisdom. Oh my goodness.
He got turned off of the nose of the 10 machine, and he went up and over Battius, Bud Molyneux, the 123. Maybe even Matt Smith, Ethan Bowers, and Jordan Tucker. Jordan Tucker plows right into the back end of Donnie Battius as he was stopped right in the middle of the front straightaway. What a...
Man.
Whew.
What a hit.
You are not kidding. As Blade Wisdom was still flipping down the front straightaway. I probably flipped 7-8 times. Let's see exactly. My goodness, what a violent crash for the 22 machine. 4 flips and he lands on his lid in the infield. Wow. Well, Tim, I'm not going to lie. I quite enjoy the Turn It Up segment that we have just implemented here tonight. Hope everybody at home enjoys it just as much as we do.
Yeah, Blade Wisdom. I'm looking at the data right now. He was going 70 mile an hour and he hit that wall and came to a hard stop. Went all the way down to 30 mile an hour on the initial impact. And then as he's going through the air, he's going about 50 mile an hour before he even does his first rotation on the roll.
Well, the field comes to a halt. I think they have to wait for the pace truck as they are stopped entering turn 3. A good majority of the drivers are. As the pace truck just now working out of turn 2. Well, pace truck peels off. We're going to try to get the restart one more time. Blake Steele fires back underway with just 14 laps remaining. McManus, Wirt, Martinez, and Clewell, your top 5. McManus trying everything he can to battle Blake Steele. Meanwhile, Juan Martinez looks to the inside of Benjamin Wirt, battling for third. Clayton Clewell right there as well. Might try to make that a 3-car battle for the third position. Be careful. The 14 machine of Benjamin Wirt didn't quite get through the center of 3 and 4 the way he liked. That kind of stacked him up behind him. Juan Martinez is going to be under fire from Clayton Clewell. As Blake Steele's trying to gap Jason McManus any way he can. About a half a second is the advantage between first and second.
And there's a few cars running low. Oh, DJ Sights, one of them hits the tires. As I was just about to say, it looks like majority of the field has moved up to the middle or high lane as he comes right back down to the bottom in 1 and 2.
Looks like Benjamin Wirt, car 14, Juan Martinez have started to reel back in. Jason McManus in the 47, just ever so slightly. But back up front, Blake Steele widening that advantage just a little more with just 6 laps to go. Dean Reynolds looking underneath Cameron Tucker as they're going to slap doors in the middle of 3 and 4. As they're battling hard for that 6th spot. Crossover move by Cameron Tucker. Reynolds going to be holding strong on the outside. Yellow flag in the air. And Hunter McManus looks like he had a bit of an issue. He just got turned off of the front bumper of Ethan Bowers down the front straightaway, spinning the 07 machine into the infield. Looks like he towed his car into the pit lane. Now just going to be a handful of laps left. Blake Steele fires with Jason McManus and Benjamin Wirt right behind. 3 wide, battling for 5th. Clayton Clewell, Cameron Tucker, and Dean Reynolds. Just 3 laps remaining for Blake Steele. Will he have enough to hold on for the win? Benjamin Wirt trying everything he can to challenge Jason McManus for the 2nd place position as the yellow flag is displayed once more for the 9th time tonight. Ryan Howard didn't get through 1 and 2 the way he liked, and he goes off the front bumper of the 00 machine of Ethan Bowers. And he spun to a stop, hitting one of the tires at the exit of turn number 2. Just going to be a couple laps for Blake Steele.
Looks like it's going to be a natural green-white checkered with no extension to the race.
Blake Steele's away. We are back underway. Just 2 laps to go. Benjamin Wirt going to send it on the bottom. Jason McManus around the outside. McManus gets the run down the back straightaway, and our top 3 stays the same. Out of turn 4, white flag goes in the air. Just one more time around Lucas Oil for Blake Steele. McManus going to try the run on the outside. What's he going to do into turn 3? Going to sail that car off on the inside. Not going to work. Blake Steele going to take home the checkered flag here tonight. Jason McManus, P2. Benjamin Wirt, P3. We'll get a word in with those fellas in just a moment. What a race here tonight at Lucas Oil. What a finish. Congratulations to Blake Steele on the victory here tonight. Top 3 going to stop on the front straightaway, just like they do each and every race, for a picture. All right, we'll get a check at our final results here tonight. Blake Steele, the winner. Jason McManus, second. Benjamin Wirt, third. Juan Martinez going to be fourth. Clayton Cleadwell, fifth. Cameron Tucker, sixth. Dean Reynolds in seventh. Cody McDonald, eighth. DJ Seitz, ninth. Ethan Bowers, 10th. Dawson Tone, 11th. Lon Franks, 12th. Glenn Townsend in 13th. Matt Smith, 14th. Blade Wisdom, 15th. Donnie Battius, 16th. Ryan Howard, 17th. Hunter McCoy, 18th. 19th is going to go to Bud Molyneux, 20th to Hunter McManus, 21st to Jordan Tucker, 22nd to Jonathan Lampman, 23rd to Lane Scruggs, 24th to Landon Newman. We'll see if we can get a word in with our top 3 here tonight. We're going to start off with our third place finisher, Mr. Benjamin Wirt. Hey, Benjamin, it's Tyler and Tim in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I do. How are you guys tonight?
Doing absolutely fantastic. Well, man, you ran in the top 3 all feature long. Had a good heat race. Transferred right into the feature. Didn't have to worry about any of the consolation craziness. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I got to start with qualifying. I'm surprised I was even anywhere near the top, like 10 in qualifying. I wasn't expecting to be that far up there, so... Yeah, got a good starting spot for the heat race there. Unfortunately lost a spot, but still managed to finish top 2 in the heat and get a good starting spot for the feature, and just trying to bide my time early on, just avoid any incidents that might happen in front of me. Was running the bottom the best I could there in 1 and 2. I felt like that was the place to be, and when I hit it well, I felt good there, but 3 and 4 towards the end there, I didn't really know where to be, so I was just trying to kind of feather it through the middle and trying to get a decent exit off and not get passed on the outside by the 4 car behind me.
Absolutely. Tim, you have anything to ask Benjamin here tonight?
Yeah, you and the 4 car just throwing some of the biggest battle throughout the feature. How was your car?
Yeah, car was decent. Like I said, 1 and 2, I felt like I was good on the bottom, but even like running the middle, sometimes I felt like I could, make decent speed through there. But yeah, 3 and 4 towards the end, it definitely fell off. I didn't feel like I was burning through my tires too much, but maybe that was the cause of why I wasn't getting through 3 and 4 as good. But yeah, he was definitely getting some monster runs on me through 3 and 4. So I was just trying to move around and trying to minimize those runs the best I could.
For sure. Well, Benjamin, before we let you go, who would you like to thank here tonight?
I just want to thank everyone on our team at Regal Promotions Esports, and thank these guys for putting on this league. It was, it's been a lot of fun coming here these past couple weeks. I've been really enjoying my time here in the modifieds, and also thanks to you guys for putting on the broadcast, not only here tonight, but also all the leagues you guys broadcast.
Absolutely. We certainly appreciate the kind words and enjoy seeing you on the racetrack here with STRR. Congratulations finishing third here tonight. We'll let you celebrate it.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely. That was our third place finisher tonight, Benjamin Wirt. Let's get a word in with our second place finisher now, Jason McManus. Hey, Jason, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
All right, man. You bring that car home in second, up 3 spots from your 5th place starting spot. awesome run in the feature. You were right there all night. Did you have anything? Could you have done anything different to try to challenge Blake Steele for the victory?
Oh man, I feel like at the end I feel like I had the better car from the top, but during the middle of the race I feel like he was faster by a whole lot. And the only reason I was able to stay up there is for running the top off the starts of the restarts, because I would just get the massive run off the corner and I just dive it down. That's the only way.
Absolutely. But a good race for you here tonight. Strong showing for you in second. Tim, you have anything to ask Jason?
Yeah, Jason, what was the track transition throughout the night, and how did it work in your advantage to hold on to second?
Oh man, in the heat race, I would say it was definitely running the bottom as much as you could, because I had my man Ethan Bowers in my ear telling me to run the bottom from whenever he ran it. That's the only way I got around Benjamin. I think it was Benjamin Ward. And in the feature, it was bottom for the first half of the race, and then it moved up the middle, and then it moved all the way up to the top for me. And I was able to hang on for second, challenging for first there at the end.
For sure, Jason. Well, before we let you go, who would you like to thank?
Oh man, I'd love to thank Carolina Sim Sports, man. Carolina, Blaze Remodeling, McManus Grading Company, BNC Detailing, Campbell's Trailer Service, Campbell's Trailer Rentals, and CSS Speed Shop.
Well, Jason, we appreciate you getting a word in with us here tonight. Congratulations on finishing second. We'll let you celebrate it.
All right, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now we'll move on and talk to our race winner here tonight, Blake Steele. Hey, Blake, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up?
All right, man. Awesome showing for you. 9th to first here in the feature. I know you had to make some moves to get there. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, started third, I think it was. Was it ninth?
You know, you're probably right. My timing and scoring died on me in the middle of the feature, so it picked up from where it was at the time. So you might have been third, but sorry for the
Yeah.
confusion. That's on my end.
It's all good. Yeah, I think it was third because I won the third heat. So yeah, uh, just kind of I learned from the pro race that this track eats tires, so kind of had that in the back of my mind and made sure that I wasn't, being too abrasive on them uh, and just made moves when I felt like they were right, not trying to be too aggressive, and paid off.
Absolutely, a fantastic race for you. Tim, you have anything to ask Blake?
Yeah, you made some moves. You're able to get the win. How well prepared did you feel for this event tonight?
Um, I felt pretty good about it coming from last week pros. I was kind of, had some laps, kind of knew what it was, kind of had an idea of what the track was going to do and where I needed to run at what time. So,
Absolutely. Well, Blake, before we let you go, who would you like to thank here tonight?
yeah, I think WR1, Sim Chassis, Victory Fuel, EPI, Elite Performance Industry, Jason Robertson, Knife Sales, all my family that's watching the broadcast, everybody at STRR for letting us do this, and y'all for putting it out there.
For sure, Blake. Well, congratulations on the victory here tonight. We'll let you celebrate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. What a night of racing. Congratulations to our top three once again. Tim, do you have any closing thoughts here tonight from Lucas Oil?
Yeah, awesome race. These guys put on a show every chance that they can. The whole field. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank STRR for allowing us to be up in the booth.
Absolutely. It's been a joy. We've always enjoyed uh, broadcasting with STRR in any of the leagues. And, we got drivers now from other leagues taking advantage, being a part of these leagues just from us broadcasting the various ones that we do. And we greatly appreciate everybody watching at home with us night in and night out. Remember, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And well, each and every time we go live, well, up next for us tomorrow night, we're off, but we'll be back live at 9 o'clock Eastern on Thursday night with STRR's Open Setup Pro Late Model Division. We're going to be live from I-55 Speedway at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. So a lot of these drivers that raced here tonight will be a part of that event, so make sure you're tuning in for that. For Tim Henderson, I'm Tyler Bentley. Good night.